building, but it depends on if they have that gate open or not. But I always go
Walk to the
I always
rock.
go in where that hoist is.
But I don't go on expressway, or at least Slumberland, I don't go around where,
There's that mover building that's back.
yeah, the crane ranges.
Yeah.
I'll go around that
They
way.
can go around that way too. All right, good morning, guys.
Oh, good morning.
So, as you guys know, we had a couple issues this morning. We had one guy called in sick, so we're kind of adjusting fire a little bit. I appreciate you guys' patience and flexibility with that. What did we talk about yesterday?
Fatality.
Fatality.
Big Mike.
Pretty big deal, right? Hits home. We need to make sure that we're keeping that in the back of our head, that we need to ask that critical question of what's the worst thing that can happen. We got a pre-plan, basically what it is, okay? Try to mitigate any hazards. So today, what are ways to meet goals?
Set goals.
Set goals first, that's a very good point. What do you mean by setting goals?
Well, if you have a prediction of what time you should be done on the road, that's the number you should strive for, but doesn't mean it's actually gonna happen, because there's variables. Traffic flow,
Weather.
extensive amount of traffic.
Diarrhea.
So that's actually setting a smart goal plan, is what it is. Very good point. If you don't set good goals, then you can't really make a plan to meet that goal, right? How do we progress to where we need to be when we're doing planning and making goals? What do we have to do?
Focus.
Focus, very important, focus. Stay on task, right?
Yeah, that.
What else can we do? What do we need to be open to? Change.
Variables.
It's important because people have a tendency of getting into a pattern and doing the same thing over and over again and not seeing that you can change it a little bit to make it better and make it more efficient. So how do we get over that feeling?
Suck it up, buttercup.
Well, that's a blatantly rude way of saying it, but
That's their ways.
yeah. But what do we need to do? We need to see the change to accept it, right?
Embrace the change.
Yeah, and embrace the suck, right? But it's basically allowing yourself to overcome that anxiety of the change being there and seeing the benefits of the change instead of seeing the negatives of the change. Okay, now this is a straightforward question. Who should resequence routes?
Driver.
The drivers. Route manager, my butt.
What do you want to do good?
Guy from out of town.
The guy from out of town, yep. Green team guy, you should resequence all of them.
Go for it. Don't give a shit.
How hard is it to resequence routes?
Not hard.
Well, it depends on the.
Depends
person
on if
doing
you
it.
confuse
Some
dispatch.
people cannot do it.
Yeah, and honestly, it's nothing other than writing down the order of how it's supposed to be. And if there's questions, you guys know you can ask, right? Because I have all the information on the computer, I can run you through how the route goes. That's why a lot of times when it comes to, hey, we need to resequence this, it's because I see the path of it, and it's like, why are we backtracking 6 times? And you're a prime example of fixing that, because you make a smooth pattern all the way through the route. I've seen it on almost every one of them that has been changed. So you do a great job of resequencing things.
Oh, I just like cause problems.
Yeah, problem causer.
Way to go, Josh.
And my statement before the takeaway is a good idea cannot be a good idea unless you share it with someone. Does that make sense?
It's just a thought.
As Leroy would say, it's a good idea.
Yeah,
Let's go.
exactly. It's just a thought if you don't say anything. You gotta share an idea for it to be a good idea. Okay? So be open to that. Don't close yourself down, don't close someone else down. I'm open to you guys talking to me about anything when it comes to the routes. If there's something we can do to better the route, as long as I'm in here or Marlene's in here, we can change it. So what's the takeaway today?
Embrace the change.
Embrace the change. Why?
Make things better.
make things better.
More efficient. Closer we can go.
So embrace the change. Any other takeaway?
Don't be afraid to talk to Jake.
Yeah. I know I'm a scary person.
Really
good. I'm really hard to approach.
Next bite.
They're just good boys.
How about resequencing? That goes with approaching me too. Don't be afraid to approach me and talk to me about it. When can we start doing resequencing, making sure that we're trying to embrace the change, trying to communicate back and forth? Okay. Immediately? I know it's not immediately, but we need to work towards it, right? I'm not a stepper on her or a thumb downer. I want to help the change. I don't want to make it so that it's catastrophic to you as a person. Okay?
Right, don't view it as a personal attack.
Yeah.
Person.
Never ever. That's one thing everyone needs to know is I have nothing personal against any one of you, and I never will. I'm not that way. I'm very objective when it comes to work. Because of my background in the military and stuff, I'm very stay on point because it's just the way I've kind of been brainwashed into that. So
Flavor cooling.
yeah. Don't forget to drink the tea. Have a safe day. Kurt, I will be out